When we trace the history of coal mining back from when it was first brought out of the earth until today, a lot of people had to give their lives to pave the way for energy generation, making it one of the more dangerous professions over the ages. In fact, from 1900 to 2020, an estimated 104,895 people perished while mining coal in the US alone, according to the United States Department of Labor. But considering that archaeological evidence after approximately 3,490 BC shows early surface coal mining in China, the number of lives lost worldwide throughout history is undoubtedly a far bigger number. In the first underground coal mines, miners toiled with primitive pickaxes and only a meager candle to light the area. The candle also proved dangerous, however, as it could cause pockets of methane gas trapped in the earth, referred to as fire damp, to ignite and explode, bringing certain death to any miner in the vicinity of the blast. Choke damp was another major concern, a form of stale air that could suffocate miners to death. Add to that the potential risk of flooding, which can and did happen regularly, and we can see that it was sometimes a roll of the dice for miners on a daily basis to determine if they lived or died. It was also very common to be in a permanent state of strain and injury from toiling with such heavy weight through awkwardly spaced mining shafts, so overall, life kinda sucked for early era miners. Now, it wasn't just the men that risked their lives. Women and children had some of the worst of it, being forced to crawl on their hands and knees in tight areas of almost total blackness with a rope tied around their bodies from which they dragged extremely heavy carts of recently mined coal. They got this job because they were smaller in stature and more easily able to fit in the various crevices of the mine, but they sometimes never saw daylight at all except on Sundays, as they were underground from before sunrise to after sundown. In 1842, the Mines and Collieries Act was passed in the United Kingdom, which forbade women of any age and boys under the age of 10 from working in a mine. This came to pass after a mining accident caused by steam overflow due to violent thunderstorms left 26 children dead at a mine in the UK. Now, the initial solution to the problem of explosive gas was a special class of miners called firemen, who wrapped themselves in protective clothing and took shelter under panels of wood before purposefully igniting trapped gases with a long torch or a candle drawn on a string. They needed to do this multiple times per day to ensure the mine shafts were kept clear of explosive gases while the miners extracted coal. To say this job was stressful would be an understatement indeed. The coking of coal was first implemented in 1740 for the smelting of iron, and this made it much more economically feasible to produce it, resulting in a boom for the iron industry. The iron created by coking coal was then used to build more effective implements and technology to mine more coal. Modern coal mining has come a long way and consists mainly of three methods. Continuous mining employs remote-controlled monstrous machines with foot-long teeth called continuous miners to break through the earth and extract the coal. These devices can extract as much coal in 1 minute as used to take an entire day back in the 1920s. Longwall mining was first introduced in the late 1950s and has evolved a lot since that time. Like continuous mining, longwall relies on special machinery. Now, it's a little tough to explain, so here's a definition from the Dictionary of Energy. A mining method in which very long rectangular blocks of coal are defined during the development stage of the mine and then extracted in a single continuous operation by an automated cutting head moving parallel to the coal face. Surface mining became a viable method following World War II and eliminated a lot of the risks associated with underground mining by once again employing huge machines, but this time to strip away earth and reveal coal seams that lie closer to the surface. These machines, called dragline excavators, are considered the world's largest land-based machines and are a spectacular sight to behold. Surface mining is done in large open areas of land where coal seams can be readily identified that don't require going deep underground to uncover. Commodity Culture is a series that covers the history and culture surrounding commodities and natural resources. If you enjoyed this episode and want to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell notification to ensure you are always alerted of the latest episodes.